GB Xmas 25, which is 25% off your first monthly or a 3 monthly subscription, and then GB Xmas 10, which is 10% off a one-off gift box. So if you're looking for Christmas presents, it's 6 weeks till Christmas. That could be a nice little 10% off a gift for a friend. And if my cat's got anything to go right,
Lou, right, just to let you know, you've been talking to nobody. That's all right. You are talking to people again now. We had our first major technical glitch, so I do apologize. Our audience is busy rebuilding. I'm going to give them a moment to come back in. I just sort of said to Pete, I said, Pete, you've taken us off. So I do apologise, everybody. We're just letting you come back. I can see the figures climbing, and we've got Judith waiting very patiently. So I'm going to bring Judith in now, and then we'll go to Burgess after Judith, I think, because we've gone a little bit over on that. But everybody was asking lots of questions, so we're going to bring the lovely Judith in, and we're going to move the overlay to 3. So 1 second.
Good. That means I can have a cup of tea now.
There we go. Good afternoon, Judith, and welcome.
Hello, lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you. Sorry about that. We managed to cut the live stream off completely. And lost all the feed. We've got everybody back now. Okay. Louisa's been busy talking away to nobody.
I have been watching.
On that one, I'm always talking to nobody. It's fine.
I have been watching. The Gus Bella box is amazing.
It is lovely, isn't it? Really, really nice idea. Really, really nice idea. Followed by another one in a minute. I'm just letting the audience rebuild, Judith, because everybody's probably thinking, where's they gone? What's going on? So
they've gone to get a cup of tea.
Back on, yes.
A nice new mug to have their cup of tea in.
With a mug like this, why would I not?
Looking good.
So have you been watching us this morning?
My mug of choice, this capacity, the tankard, it's got my tea in it. I have, yes, amazing things, and you're doing so well presenting it all. Very well done.
It's been a bit fraught, I must admit, but technology is always a hard one, and anybody who's been involved in this side of things, and Louisa has been with what she does. I wouldn't wish it on anybody, because we don't have a big team behind us. It's just a little team, and most of my team this weekend is voluntary. They don't get paid for it. They do it.
Oh wow!
They must love me.
All looking really good.
Yeah, we're really excited, and I'm hoping as the audience is coming back up, I'm just giving it another minute, Judith, and then we'll start.
Okie doke.
But I'm hoping that it's just giving people a chance to sort of catch up with old friends, new friends. And also sort of see some lovely products out there, and just sharing sort of the information, and a bit of Christmas shopping, which is what the afternoon's all about.
Excellent.
So, I'm going to ask Pete just to flip me to the chat, because I can't see the chat at the moment, and I'm going to make the formal introduction, which is welcome to Judith from the Cat Collection. That is your official name.
Very much.
Judith,
especially for today.
Oh, fantastic! Well done. So Judith has got an amazing display behind her, which we'll have a little look at in a minute and have a chat about. But basically, I think long and short, and correct me if I get this wrong, Judith, but you hand paint cats, dogs, and all sorts of things onto china. Many different china things. Some of them are templates and designs that you have made and sayings that you have made, but the exciting thing is you can bespoke it.
Absolutely.
And, you can make it your own. So I suppose my first question, Judith, is how did this start?
Well, it started with a plain white cup of coffee. That's a cup of coffee in a plain white mug that my husband said looked a bit boring. So I had at the time been painting water. This is the sort of thing that I used to do. Basically, I just painted on watercolor paper and then inserted it in a mount which would fit a ready-made frame. So this is a 6x4. Anyone with a 6x4 frame could buy a painting, an original painting. So I was at craft fairs exhibiting those and just having a cup of coffee with my husband in the garden. And he said to me, "Take your cats on those mugs." So my first reaction was, don't be so daft, because after all it is said, don't be set off, and then went out to the craft shop and bought the right paints to paint onto china. I did some very basic cartoons without any wording, but just some very basic things. And at my very next craft fair, I had all my watercolour paintings out and my 4 mugs that I'd managed to paint. And they sold before the show opened. So I then started painting more and more china, fewer and fewer paintings. And now I do almost no watercolour paintings, but all china, because it's something that's very niche, something that, as far as I'm aware, nobody else does. People print things, but nobody actually hand paints every single item. And there's no printing, there's no transfers, there's no vinyls. Every single item will start out completely plain, like this. And I will then freehand paint, start painting.
Sorry, apologies. We're just trying to cut off a call that seems to have come in on the feed. Sorry. Don't know how that's happened.
Not me.
Right,
I'm just going to. I think that's wonderful, Judith. Though, from an observation of, that's a boring coffee mug, you get beautiful designed pieces. And I know, I mean, this one's actually I think it was a bespoke one that Sam had done for me many years ago. So it survived so washings up and me dropping things and everything else. So yeah,
absolutely.
It was Mufasa. So this was my one of my oldest main tunes.
Beautiful. Well, when I sourced the china, I sourced really nice quality china. I sourced bone china.
Judith.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I need you just to come around in front of your mic a little bit more because I don't know, Louisa, are you having problems with her sound?
A little bit. I can still hear you though.
Judith, is this better?
Okay, say that again.
Is this better?
Yes, basically your mic is very sensitive. It doesn't allow you to go like that. It only
okay.
So if you just
take the keyboard away, that might be blocking it.
Yeah, it's a very sensitive mic. Say that again. Right, I've lost you totally. Your speaker must be on your keyboard.
Oh, okay. I'll put it back. Is that better?
That's better.
Yeah, okay. It sounds like your speaker's on your keyboard.
All right.
No, I've lost you.
I was holding the keyboard then. Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're back now. Okay, so I'm going to say don't move.
Sorry.
No, I keep losing her. Right. Okay, Judith, while we keep losing you, so I'm just going to show everybody, okay, that we've got the most amazing, this is a bespoke design that Judith very kindly did for the Tigga Towers team for us. And I'm very, very proud of that. Can you see that, Louisa?
I can. It's absolutely beautiful.
So,
all of these designs are done with such care and attention, and they are hand painted. Judith takes so long doing every single one. I don't know how she manages to have so much stock. I really don't. But.
And as you can see, she signs every mug. She'll date and sign every mug, and you know that it's not a let's just say a cheaper copy because there's always a little paw mark just inside the top of her mug. I'm just going to tip over. Can we see? You can see my lipstick and my tea. There's a little paw right at the back there, and that's one of her little signatures to sort of let you know that's not someone else's, so you can identify it. But as Louisa said, what I love is the quality. The quality of them is absolutely amazing. I had some originals that I probably had, I don't know, eight years ago. They're at home with me still. They've moved 3 times. And I actually am naughty because I put them in the dishwasher. But they have washed and worn absolutely superbly.
Well, this one, mine is dated. So this is the 2015 one.
There you go.
Wow.
Wow. 2015. So lasting 5 years in my house is very impressive.
So Judith doesn't just do cats; she also does dogs. Do you have an example of a dog in behind you that you can?
I do. Are you hearing me okay here?
Yeah. Go on. Go ahead.
We have. I'll show you. We have a Dachshund.
Oh,
to the left a little bit, or to the right.
Come back a little bit. Perfect. Yeah.
Does it say? So, what party What part of woof did you
didn't understand? Then we've got, where is it? Sorry, I'm working out where the camera is.
Not listening. Oh, brilliant.
No, I'm not listening.
Absolutely
brilliant. There's no dogs that don't listen to you, are there?
No. So Judith you don't just attend cat shows, you attend dog shows as well. You do crafts each year. But Judith has got, because she's joining us, there we go, another doggy.
If the dog doesn't like you, I probably won't either.
Yes, yeah.
I think that's a good message.
Just try and get into the heads of cats and dogs. We've got a dog. I'm the worst type of crazy cat lady because I've always had cats. And now I've got no cats and a dog.
I need you to find
I really am a crazy cat lady for not having a cat, but for having a dog instead. But because I've lived with cats all my life up until 10 years ago, I understand cats. I kind of look at them and we have a connection. We know what the other one's thinking. My cats always knew what I was thinking, and I felt I could get inside their heads. And the same with my dog in a totally different way, because he's daft as anything. My cats weren't so daft. But I just kind of look at him and things occur to me. I wonder what he would be saying. And it would be things like, oh, yeah, everything tastes better with dog hair, doesn't it, Mum?
Yeah.
There you go. I'll write that on a mug.
It does. We've got some comments coming in. We've got Kirsty asking, do you have a Bolognese dog? Do you have one with one of those? But I guess you could bespoke it anyway, couldn't you?
I have painted 2. I painted one for somebody at Crafts as a special order. And my osteopath has also got 2 Bolognese dogs. And I painted him a thank you mug when he saved me from great pain. So, yes, you can paint because they're white and fluffy. White does actually work on the china because I work in shadows. So the china is creamy white. The dog is creamy white. So I basically just do browns and purples, a little bit of navy and work round. Like for example.
Yeah, and we'll show you later because we've got a lovely Teddy, the cockapoo, Lizanne's dog. You've done a lovely mug there of Teddy, and he shows up really well. He's an apricot, and he shows up. We'll show you that a bit later when we do our final session.
Teddy's gorgeous.
Customer there, Kirsty. So, Kirsty, you need to go and find Judith. Anybody who's interested, go and find Judith at Cat Collection Porcelain. Come and find her on Facebook. Come and tag her in after this. And you can get in contact with her. It's amazing what she can do. She'll bespoke anything up for you. We've not run out of the deadline for Christmas yet, have we, Judith?
We haven't, no. I should be taking orders because I'm not out exhibiting at fairs. Obviously, I can pace myself in order to work every day, so I can create things during the day, not just in the evenings when I get home from the fairs. So I would say cut-off point will probably be around mid-December. I send everything special delivery, so it arrives very quickly. It takes me a while to paint.
Okay, I'm just going to
arrives very quickly once I compost.
Judith, sorry, I'm losing you. I'm just going to repeat that. So basically, the cutoff will be mid-December. Everything comes out by Royal Mail special delivery, fragile and everything from that point of view. And I can confirm we've had ours delivered up here, absolutely beautiful, pristine condition. Cutoff will be mid-December. If you order off this weekend, Judith is very kindly going to add a hand-painted coaster for if you're ordering a mug or a cup, will be added into that if you're spending over £20 on china. They're lovely, really, really nice, absolutely lovely. So,
thank you,
Judith. It's been lovely to meet you and chat with you. Really,
thank you very much for having me.
So much for joining us, and lovely brand, lovely English brand. We absolutely love it. And if you're looking for unusual gift ideas, I used you last year. You painted a dog for a very good family friend of mine, and Pete's.
I did. I remember that.
With her Kokahonje Sora, and she absolutely loves it. She's always drinking her tea from it. And all you do is you send pictures in. So if you're wondering how Judith does it, you send pictures in and she creates that image for you, checks it's all okay. So it's a lovely service. It isn't just about the product. It's actually an amazing service. And Judith, you are absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me today.
No, absolute pleasure. And we will look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Thank you, Judith. And have a great afternoon.
Bye-bye. You too. Bye.
So to recap on that, that's Cat Collection, which is Judith's business. And anybody spending over £20, if you put the discount code COASTFREE on your purchase, you'll receive a free glass printed coaster, which is absolutely fabulous. I can't recommend them enough. And as we said, Judith does do bespoke, so it's a really, really extra special present for anyone with cats, dogs, rabbits, guinea pigs, horses. Be really good for someone with a horse as well. There you go. And £20 to get that free coaster is a great price as well. So thank you very much.
I'm going to leave you to it, Louisa.
I'm just going to recap a couple of other things, because don't forget that we do have 15% off all of Tigga Tower's parts for towers and tower bedding this weekend with the code TIG15. So there probably is a little bit of our limited edition colour left, I'm thinking, but there won't be a lot of it left. So if you have seen the teal, and now Sam's displaying the steel grey behind there, if you have seen that and you're liking it, then do get those orders in this weekend. It won't be around for much longer. As 15% off towers, tower parts, and tower bedding. And if you want to buy a Santos floor scratcher, which is just nestling there in between the sofa and the tower, you get a free catnip mouse with that one as well. And we all know how much everyone loves catnip mouse. So lovely little gift for this weekend. And as you saw just before Judith, we had Gus and Bella. So the lovely Gus and Bella boxes, which I have to say have gone down so well with mine. That's why you saw tails everywhere as we were trying to talk just a minute ago. I was still trying to feed them from their wee bits. They've been biting my hand to get it off. It's 25% off the first monthly or 3 monthly subscription, or 10% off a one-off gift. So there's plenty of ideas for Christmas. And I think now we're going to talk about Burgess Pet Care, which is food. So we're gonna feed them up a little bit as well.
Yeah, we've really run over time. I don't know how much we've run over time, so it's 1:45. I am doing a bit on Burgess tomorrow as well, so what I'll probably do is do a main presentation tomorrow. But just so we don't forget dogs today, because any dog listeners that have been listening to us, I'm just going to check the chat and make sure there's nothing coming on the chat, because I've lost the chat feed as well, but it's coming back. But lovely Burgess Pet Care, who, for those of you that don't know, they are teamed up with the lovely Paul O'Grady. And they have an amazing brand of pet food. I didn't realise it, but when I received their information the other day, they were talking about the fact they're a family business. Did you realise they were still a family business, Louisa?
No, I didn't. I think that's wonderful that they're still a family business.
So they're a family business, and they started 300 years ago, and they were milling foods, animal foods.
Wow.
So based up in Yorkshire. And I was looking at thinking, wow, that's actually pretty impressive. So they've actually been involved in producing and milling animal feed, which I think for a lot of your modern brands is actually quite unusual. And they're very much, their ethos is about producing a quality food, whether it's dog or cat, or they do rabbits as well, they do all sorts. Quality, ethical food that has got everything that's up front. So it's on the packet, you know what you're buying, but not at a really high price point. So it's a mid price point. So your dog food packages range from $6.99 up to $32.99, depending on what style of food they're after. But what they kindly sent me to just talk about today was the Paul O'Grady. They've got the hypoallergenic. I've got the salmon and rice there, as you can see. Okay, and then I've got their no nasties, which is the one where they obviously keep an idea on sort of basically not adding artificial flavors, colorings, grains, all the things that can cause issues. And the hypoallergenic basically has done very, very well on the market, and it's very, very popular if dogs have got gastro issues. But Burgess have also put an offer on this weekend, which is Tigga 20, which you can see, and that's giving you 20% off any cat food you order and any dog food you order. So if you're looking to try it and you want to try something from Burgess, it's a really, really great way of doing that and having a bit of a discount as well. So I'm just going to show you. So this is their, just going to find it. I've got all sorts of Gus and Bella bits and pieces around. But this is their new one that they've just launched. I'm just going to hold in on that one. And that's their puppy one that Paul O'Grady, as you can see, with one of his dogs. Do you remember that dog that he that's a recent addition to his family, isn't it, Louisa?
Yeah, it's another one of his rescue dogs. I think that one came from Battersea when he was doing the series there. And he didn't leave him behind.
Yeah, I remember that. I love Paul O'Grady, and it's another thing about Burgess is they are huge supporters of animal welfare and animal charities, and I believe that's why Paul selected to work with them and produce his named range of foods through Burgess, because it's a family business. They care. It's ethical. It's sourced. It's natural. I think he's been with them a couple of years now. I think he's been working with them a couple of years. And there's his no nasties as well, which is without any additives and that side of it. So we're just waiting to see if anybody wants to speak to us from the doggy side of things. We do apologise. We've had a few technical issues in this session, but you live and learn, don't you, Louisa?
You do, yes, and I think we've been doing fabulously, considering it's the first time we've done this with our studio link up from one area to the other. So there we go.
So we will talk a bit more about Burgess tomorrow with the cat range as well, and I'll get my timings a little bit better as well. We will look forward to doing that tomorrow, won't we, Lou? I think, are we in the morning tomorrow? I think we're back tomorrow morning, aren't we, with that session?
Tomorrow morning. Let me just check, Sam. I was just going to check to be able to recap what we were doing, actually. I'm just looking for my list here. Sorry, excuse me.
I've got my list here.
So, yes, tomorrow morning we will be doing 11 to 11:30 is our festive shopping section. But still to come today, we are doing festive ideas with a special doggy guest from 2 till 2:30.
Yes.
So there we go. There's still more to come today. Yes. And tomorrow we start again at 10 o'clock with tips for new pet owners. And then 11 to 11:30, you'll have both of us again with more festive shopping. And then we will have 1 to 1:30. We'll be talking about the new Tigga Towers accessories for the towers, a new component that we've designed, as well as all your questions about bespoking towers or what you can do. The possibilities are endless.
Yeah, and we've had questions which we can answer tomorrow, actually, in the tower session. So I'm more than happy to take questions on the towers tomorrow, because I think doing the thing we've done today has actually raised loads of questions. So we're going to take a short break, not quite the half hour we should have had. So I've got a short break, refresh the tea. Lou, thank you so much for joining us today on the sessions and helping. Your support is very, very, very much appreciated. I'm going to owe you and your family a rather big Christmas present this year. I will give you a call over a gin later, and we can reminisce on the day and how it's gone.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure, Sam. You know that. I will see you tomorrow morning to talk about more festive cheer. And then I'm going to try and take mine away from all of the catnip in the Gus and Bella box.
Good luck. All right. We'll catch you. We're back on air at 2 o'clock for the final session of the day. See you all soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.